Greetings folks, welcome back once again. My name is Nick on the zxspectrum here, playing a game from the standpoint of a newbie noob playing it on their first ever go. This one is Glider Rider, published by Quicksilva in 1986 on the 48K. It's an isometric game which also came out on the Amstrad CPC and the Commodore 64. The idea is, over on map, let's define some keys here, you must destroy 10 external reactors, then rendezvous with a waiting submarine and escape. So basically find weapons, take them to the right place and blow stuff up. So at the bottom, time's ticking away, bombs 9, energy 99. So it controls a lot easier than another motorbike isometric sort of game called Motorbike Madness, but this has got a different idea to it. Already I think a map might be useful, so I'm following the road along here. We're in an E37 motorbike, but at some point I think you can change it into a Mark V glider to get to certain other areas of the map as well. Now if you had this game back in the day, let me know. Not expert gameplay, as I said before. It's played from the standpoint always as a newbie on their first go. You might not necessarily have the instructions, you might have been given it on a C90 tape by someone at school and you're trying to make head and tail of it. So I'm trying to represent the experience that most people would have had. So quite often it annoys someone that's played it to death and knows the ins and outs of the whole thing, but it's not about that. It's not a walkthrough. Right, sorry to sound like a broken record, but I have to keep saying that. Right, is that a reactor there? So find the 10 reactors. Now at the moment, although this is clever, I'm a little bit, oh what's that? I'm a little bit mamood. So I bumped into that electricity pylon and that thing's now firing like a wally. If you're firing electricity in the air like a wally, then comment in the comment section below. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It's all about stress busting really, capturing a bit of nostalgia, then having a bit of fun. It's a departure from reality. Now, how do you turn into the hang glider then? Maybe you have to do a certain amount of stuff. Well, there is a fire bomb, but it's not doing anything at all. I thought it might drop bombs somewhere, but that's not happening either. If you've completed this game, let me know. So my initial impressions is, looks nice, easy to control, interesting terrain, good graphics, but a little bit bemusing exactly what you need to do. Well, we know what you need to do, but how to do the thing. But it looks nice. I think this map could have been used for something a little bit better, maybe. Now, I'm not sure what the ratings for this game were back in the day. I think they would have been quite kind to the thing, because as I say, it does look very professionally done. A lot of time has been done over this, and it's well coded. But for me, it's one of those ones where I might have played it for a little bit, and then played something else that's a bit more accessible to my brain that doesn't like to get highly involved, like shooting, or racing, or platforming, something like that. This has got a bit more to it. It's a bit more a thinking person's game. Nick, are you saying that you don't think? Well, draw your own conclusions. A big thank you to those people that subscribed already. A big thank you also to the members keeping this thing going. Without you, it wouldn't be here. If you want to become a member, join the gang, see what games are happening in the following week, and then click on the join button. It doesn't join you straight away. It gives you a few options there if you want to support the channel going forward. As I say, I'm not sure it's ever going to happen, but it's always the key to try and make this thing full time, and then that's when you can do more research and development, and yeah, things improve. Right, but here we go. Let's keep going. The aim views will be about 10 minutes long. Sometimes they're shorter, sometimes they're longer, depending on if I'm enjoying myself. Right, so energy seems to be zapped when we got hit by that electricity thing, but nothing else really. Yeah, so well coded, but a little bit flat for me, but probably because I'm not playing it properly. It is Glider Rider. I was expecting something else. If you've seen the video of Motorbike Madness, it's got recommended then that I have a look at it when that was being played, but this is a different one. But the only thing that's similar, of course, is you're on a motorbike and it's isometric. Yes, it's a time for the you don't know what you're doing song, I think. You don't know. I like doing that. So when I hit electricity pylon, if that's what it is, it seems to fire that. So that must be the key to something. But I've dropped a bit of energy when that's happening. It's like a laser being fired at me. But that is a nice effect. Don't get struck by lightning. That's always good. They say lightning don't strike twice in the same place. Well, that's a bit of a lie, isn't it, really? Anyway, I saw a picture of lightning striking the Statue of Liberty once. I'm sure it's done that on more than one occasion. I think she's upset for the Thunder God in some reason, for some way. That's the film we need. The Statue of Liberty versus 4, the Thunder God. I'm sure the Thunder God is different to that guy represented in the Marvel comics. He's probably some other big meanie. But anyway, if you're watching for the Thunder God, I said that as a joke. I don't really, so don't strike me with lightning. Please don't. If you've currently been struck by lightning, then comment in the comment section below. Hope you're wearing rubber boots. Right, so what's this pyramid thing? Is that weapons? Now I know people will be screaming in the comment section all stuff I should have been doing, bits I should have been picking up and all that sort of stuff. But there you go. There's other videos and other channels that do that sort of thing. If I did that thing, maybe I'd have 1 million subscribers. I don't know. But you know, it's all about nincompoop chat really. Do your own nincompoop big nose song. Good. Was this your experience of the game? You might have been very similar to me. Was this your experience of the game? Let me know. Was you just handed the tape and you just running around, thought this is interesting but didn't know what to do? Or did you follow the instructions? You had the full price game and followed the instructions to the key. You did a walkthrough in a magazine, you got a few tips on it, and then it opened up as something else. So at the moment then, I'm really just showing you the map. I'm trying to identify what these objects are. We've got electricity pylon. We've got those circular spheres then. I think you use them somehow to change from your motorbike into a hang glider, and then you can just fly around the map then, maybe a little bit quicker. So there's a way of doing that. I don't seem to be able to activate that. Perhaps we need to get a code from somewhere or an access point from somewhere, but happy days. And I'm just going around the same bit again. The bike never runs out of fuel. The time is ticking up, so I don't know if there's a timer limit involved here. I mean, it'd be ticking down if you thought you had. That's a nice effect. You see the numbers there flipping around each dial. Energy 33%. I seem to be losing that every time I come up to one of these electricity pylon things there, so let's deliberately run into that. That reminds me of a health and safety video we had to watch at junior school. A kid was mucking about with his frisbee and it come lodged in the top of an electricity pylon, and he was with his mate and said, you can climb up and get it or something like that. So he climbed up to the electricity pylon to get his frisbee, which probably cost about 10p, and he got electrocuted. He flew off there, and I think we didn't see how he landed, but I'm sure it's dead. So the moral of the story was, for me, is don't play frisbee. I think that was what I was trying to get at. Not the danger of electricity, but don't play frisbee unless you see one on the beach really. You can turn it over and eat Maltesers out of it if you're not that sporty, but it's up to you. So this isn't just a newbie review of Glider Raider, it's a review of the game Frisbee as well. So you know, I hope Frisbee fans have finally found something they can relate to. And all my energy's gone. Right, it seems you've been frazzled by a laser. It seems that way. Are you a medical person? Yes, that's pretty much it really. I'll see if I can find anything interesting or turn into the hang glider, but it's there to be mastered. You've seen sort of like, well, I'm playing it like a tech demo, aren't I really? You've seen pretty much what is there. You've seen the map. If you fancy it, I think we need to blow up all this stuff we're going around. Don't know why. Maybe they built it without planning permission and you're a member of the council. You don't have to follow the road along if you don't want to. You can drive wherever you want within the map, of course. You can't go out to sea, I'm aware of. You can't turn into a hovercraft or anything. So just this bike, find weapons, blow up 10 external reactors, then get into the base and escape on your hang glider, I presume. Yes. The bike sounds a bit weedy. If you're still here, then well done. A lot of people might have exited beforehand. I really don't know how these games are going to play before I go in. It is my first go. I haven't had any practices unless I played it on a different system, but not this time. Not this time, Abilene. I don't know why we've got to blow up these reactors. So that's the only bit I've worked out what to do. Really, you see those things bump into a pylon, and that does that sort of laser thing. So that must be the key to something. I mean, that's not blowing up, is it? It's not blowing up at all. It's just don't know what it's doing. So that obviously have to do that, and then we have to go and do something else, I think. But yeah, and I think once we've destroyed the final base, the final reactor, we then disappear on a hang glider and go and wait for the waiting submarine. and they're going to be waiting a long time, but they're waiting for me. I hope they've got a board game to do. Look at the graphics in the sea there, creating the waves. That's quite clever as well. When you see things like that, you know the coders have done attention to detail. I mean, Quicksilva were a proper publisher. You can pretty much trust what they were going to do or come up with there. So there's a quality involved. You got your major ones, haven't you? Ocean, Mastertronic, Quicksilva, Houston Consultants, and probably some other ones that I haven't forgotten about. Ultimate as well. You knew you can get quality with their games. Some of the other ones bit more hit or miss, but I suppose they had lesser budgets behind them. But what budget did you need for a zxspectrum game back in the day? Probably not that much. Right. Okay, I think we'll park it here. I don't think I can show you two more. I don't think I've shown you that much of the game. So I hope you liked having a look at that game from a newbie perspective. Let's always stress that. So that was Glider Rider on the zxspectrum 48K, published by Quicksilva in 1986. Nice, but I don't think I would have gone back a great deal of time. So yeah, if you've got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that in the comment section below. Quicksilva 1986. And until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.
If you're throwing electricity in the air like a Wally, then comment in the comment section below. Please subscribe if you haven't already.